right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield on first down. He's got Yr2Wk11, his big tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Landry, the intended target, and now it's second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 right at the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggress.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyus Bowser came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Give me that ball, defense. Run. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Kill. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
3rd and long for Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it.
Begin in enemy territory already. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hughes. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. First carry now for Justice Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got a man, it's Brown. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield now. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 1st down, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and are going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball. He stood in there and took it and still completed it for a 1st down.
Well, yes, running back had vacated the area there, but able to complete it to him, still make a gain out of it.
I guess that's what we call a safety valve, and it worked pretty well.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks,
And that one ended up going backwards.
King, king, king. Watch twist.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hughes. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Jim.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Watch the slant. Mike's 59.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now. And this is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play that time out of Chubb. 56 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demetrius Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're saying. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything that'll help slow them down.
Searching for answers. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
53's the mark. 53. Check.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Let's go, baby.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the ball. King. 59 mark. Check. 59. Too little, cut. Hey, Alpha. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got you.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Flush to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson options out left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Run. Check 59.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Trying to get it to Landry there. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They go play action now. Jackson. Open space inside the 10. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Alert! 59, Mike to 59.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Up! Mike 59!
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson, option right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
I'm letting you know right now, you better sprint. No, check that.
Again, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Jackson, option right. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Mike 7. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike, check, 59. I got it.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mayfield looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check, 59. Hey, wahoo!
3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking him.
And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Got an open man. It's Scott. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield, he's going to let it fly. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 42 yards. Then the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find something.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Jackson to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. Landry, the intended target.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Hey, watch left, all day.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are...